My home away from home. All right, guys, so we're almost there. We almost have the money we need to start the house. We got a couple more weeks of jobs to do, and then we're getting started. Now, I told you guys we're going to show real life. We're going to show what the journey looks like getting from buying the property to actually starting on it. But there's good news. Now that we got the RV moved over here, we got power. Good gravy biscuits. Why was I staring directly at it? We got water. Oh yeah. We got internet. Not really sure how to add pizzazz to that one. We got air conditioning. Again, no pizzazz, but we got air conditioning. Okay, so you might be saying, big deal. So you got electricity, you got internet, who cares? Listen, you will never fully understand how beautiful this is until you're sitting in the dark trying to use the bathroom, using a lantern, and then you have to flush the toilet using a bucket of water. Once you do that for a couple weeks, you got power and water again, life is good. Hi, I'm Travis, and I'm moving from the city to the country. If you haven't seen this video yet, check it out. It explains everything I'm doing. Link in the description. Okay, so here's the deal. So we have this RV set up over here now. We have electricity that goes to it. But the problem is the power goes to the outlets. But as far as the overhead lights, the water pump, and the refrigerator, it all goes to the battery. Now we're thinking there's got to be a way to transfer the power to electricity or something like that. See, the thing is, neither one of us are RV people, so we don't really know kind of what's happening. I'm assuming those wires that are sticking out should go to something. But there seems like there should be a way, right, to transfer the power to electricity. So if you know, let me know down in the comments. I would love to get this fixed. One, I've been shocked quite a few times already, and I don't want to get shocked anymore. And two, it would be nice not to have to keep all my food in the shop refrigerator. I'd like to use the one in here. So I just picked up my kids from school, and now we're just hanging out by the creek. Just stopped raining, so it's really nice outside, and I mean, perfect temperature. You couldn't really do this in town. It was a little different. You usually had people walk by and stare at you every 4 minutes. Couldn't really just have a peaceful moment outside. So since it was raining today, I decided to spend a little bit of time cleaning up the RV, kind of making it a little more homey, a little more like our place. Set up the DVD rack, put out the video games. My kids and I play quite a bit. Did all the dishes, cleaned off the countertops, moved a lot of the stuff, which I'm not done yet, but moved a lot of the stuff from the table up into the cabinets. So I still got a lot to do, but trying to make it a little more homey. You know, we're going to be here for a while until we get the house done, so I figure it makes sense to make it feel a little more like ours. Me and my kids are big gamers. You know, living out here, obviously we're going to be outside more and doing more stuff, but we like to sit around and play some video games here and there, and you know, setting it up like back at home, or at least our old home. So in case you're wondering, this is not a cooking channel, but I'm making burritos. My mom used to make the best homemade burritos ever. I actually think it came from like my grandma's cookbook maybe. But yeah, it's really simple. I love to cook, but I don't always have a lot of time, so I like to do easy stuff. All this is, here's your ingredients list. Hamburger meat, refried beans, salt, garlic powder, tortillas, cheese. And then you can do tomatoes, you can do lettuce, any of that stuff, but hey, that's pretty much it. So we're almost done cooking the meats. All you got to do is cook your hamburger meat, break it up. Then you're just going to put on some salt Put some salt on it. I don't know what to say. What the heck? Why is this all clumped up? This is real life cooking right here. It's like, I don't know, how did this get wet? And then you're gonna take some garlic powder and you're just gonna sprinkle it around just to make it nice and saturated. Now you could also use garlic salt if you want. I used to, but honestly, most of the time, I like to use this pink Himalayan sea salt because I think it's better for you. At least that's what people say on the internet. People never lie on the internet, right? But I couldn't hold the camera and crush it at the same time, so we used that soggy wet salt. I still don't know how that got wet. I probably don't want to know. Then we're going to take these refried beans and we're just going to throw it right on top. If it ever comes, oh, there it is. Okay, so I recruited my son to be the cameraman. Makes this a little easier. Okay, so all you gotta do is take the meat, you just smash it down with a spoon. I think I got this pan way too hot, but it's okay. You're just gonna stir it around, mash it up really good. We've got the garlic powder, we got the soggy wet salt, which I don't recommend using. Nope. Probably regular salt's better. Then all we're gonna do is just mash it up, and then you're just gonna let it heat up. Okay, so now we're gonna take tortillas.
I'm sorry, what?
And we're gonna take our little griddle. I probably had that griddle for like 15 years. It has been with me before my kids were born. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna put a tortilla on here. You don't need an electric griddle. You can use a skillet. I just like this because it's a little more consistent heat. And you're just gonna leave it on there, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. Flip it over. All right, then we're gonna take some cheese. You can use pretty much any cheese you want. I get this at Aldi. It's Swiss, which seems a little odd, but I've actually gotten to the point, words are hard. I've actually gotten to the point where Swiss is my favorite kind of cheese. So you're just gonna set it on there, let it melt for a minute. Okay, come over here, sonny boy. All right, so all you're gonna do is take some of your meat, you spread it out, just like yeah. Now again, if you want to put some tomatoes on it or lettuce on it, you can, but I just like them just like this. Plus I don't have any lettuce or tomatoes, so there you go. Now here's the trick. Most people have issues folding a tortilla, a burrito with, you use a tortilla to make a burrito, you know what I'm saying. So all you gotta do, here's the trick. Fold both corners in just a little bit, then you're gonna roll it, but then you're just gonna do a little tuck, and then you're gonna keep rolling. Just like that, easy peasy. So there you go, homemade burritos, super easy. You can thank my mom and I thank my grandma for this recipe. It's really simple, it's delicious. I've been eating these since I was a little bitty kid and I still make them all the time and they're so easy. And the cool thing is too, you can make a lot of them, roll them up in aluminum foil, stick them in the freezer, and you just became a prep cook, okay? You're about to get jacked to go to the gym. All right, I'm done. Hey, so I'm gonna be in here filming a bunch of stuff all the time. So if you guys wanna learn how to make other things, you don't know how to cook, man, especially Mexican food. Oh man, my mom, I'll have to ask her permission to do this one, but she makes an enchilada casserole. Now it's not enchiladas, okay? Most enchiladas are shredded cheese and it's got red sauce poured on it. No. This is an enchilada casserole. It is leaps and bounds better. So much so, I'm getting goosebumps on my legs right now. It's so good. I can teach you how to make grilled cheese. I can't think of anything right now, but I like to cook, okay? And I like to cook simply. So it is morning. I got stuck at work forever last night. I didn't get home till like 11:30. And for some reason, I woke up this morning at like 5:30 wide awake. So I'm up. I haven't been able to go back to sleep. I've been responding to comments. Thank you guys again for always commenting. And I love reading them all, especially your testimonies and even people just saying they're struggling. So we're getting a dryer. We have somebody selling us a dryer, but we haven't got it yet. And I've got to do laundry. This is the first sunny day I've had off in a long time. So I'm about to go out there and start loading the washing machine. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. That way I can get stuff on the line, maybe get it dry and do a second load because I've got a lot to do. And then mowing and weed eating. That's the biggest thing I am not looking forward to. When I was growing up, I grew up on a ridge and I couldn't get out of the country fast enough. You know, I did technically grow up in the country, but I was the furthest thing from a country boy. Every chance I had, I was at my cousin Jesse's house in town. I was at my buddy's house. I was always trying to get out of the country as quickly as possible. We had chickens and stuff growing up. I lived off Sonic burgers, pretty much. I probably have Sonic burgers flowing through my blood veins right now. We're gonna work on it soon, I promise. I love you. Okay, so apparently my dad told me the other day that there is a humongous black snake out here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna kill it, but I hate snakes. Hate snakes. I was thinking about it the other day. Isn't it funny how I feel like almost everybody in the world is either scared of snakes or spiders, or they're scared of both. Now, there might be somebody out there that is not scared of snakes or spiders. I kind of feel like it's the Loch Ness Monster kind of thing. Like, people think it exists, but they're not really sure. You know, like, I think that person might be like Nessie or something like that. By the way, I do believe in the Loch Ness Monster. Possibly Bigfoot. So I got a funny story for you. And if you're seeing this part, I got my ex-wife's permission to share this. So when my ex-wife and I met, I had just got my first house, which getting this land was miraculous. Getting that one, I think maybe a little bit more. It was pretty crazy. It was kind of my first really big faith thing that I've ever done, and God showed up huge. So my wife and I were dating, and she came over to my house, and I, again, terrified of snakes, right? And she is terrified of spiders and wasps, okay? So there was this humongous snake. Now, listen, I've repented of this, okay? But I killed this snake because I was terrified, and it was ginormous. I don't know what kind of snake it was. I'm going to assume it's probably an anaconda, but I'm not 100% sure. But I ended up throwing like a board or something. So I told her, I was like, hey, we got to get this snake out of here. I don't want it in the yard. My cousin's kids would come over and play. And I was like, in case it's not dead, I want to get rid of it. So we got a trash bag, and we went out there, and I picked it up with a stick. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. I need to get like a selfie stick. When was the last time you heard somebody say that? So I pick up the snake with a stick, and we're trying to get it in a trash bag. I'm not making this up. A wasp flies and lands right on its head. So she's terrified. I'm terrified. We spend, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes trying to get this daggum snake into a bag. And I'm trying to get it in the like, when I would get close to opening the bag, the snake would twitch. So I'm like, nope, can't do it. And then she tried to do it, and the wasp would, like, you know, flicker its wings or something like that. And then she couldn't do it. We finally got it in there, and all I can think of after we were done is, I wonder if there's a neighbor just sitting there watching us, because we had a couple of neighbors that were outside all the time. They were very snoopy. They always wanted to know everything that was going on. So I'm like, man, it's the middle of the day. I guarantee you somebody was watching this. I was like, thank God YouTube wasn't around yet, because that would have went viral, because it was the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your entire life. I don't remember what happened after that. I think the wasp finally flew away, and we got it in the bag and got rid of it. I can't remember if I had a point to this story. I'm gonna start doing laundry. I'm still not used to getting dirty. I like to be clean. Hey, I'm a city boy. I go to the gym and drink fancy coffees. I actually don't drink fancy coffees because I couldn't afford it. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Did he just put all that stuff in there and not separate anything? Listen, I'm a dude, okay? I don't separate stuff. Plus, everything I have is dark, so that's not that big of a deal. I don't put towels in there though, because I have the fuzziest towels ever, and they always live like a trillion little fuzzies on it. I do know that much. So I have a water hose that I connect to the washing machine that's in the house. And then we have the little drain hose. Goes out the window. And then yeah, just gonna have to do laundry this way. And then just line dry it when it's a sunny day. So we're starting to get some supplies. We have our windows. We're starting to get some insulation. I don't know what that is. Remember, I'm new. All right, got my morning coffee. It's time to hang some laundry. One of these days I'll remember to get some actual clothespins. Almost died. Okay, so the sun isn't quite here yet, as you can tell, but when it gets here, I'll be ready. We really need to get a dryer. So I actually had somebody comment on one of my videos saying that they love the property and they love the fact that there is not a water problem. Well, I can assure you, there is definitely not a water problem here. This entire yard is flooded because there are underground streams going right through the yard. I don't know how the people who lived here before dealt with this. I mean, it's like I almost wiped out just walking to the camera because the yard is always wet. It's always wet. Let me show you. All right, so there's the driveway. There's actually a ditch that goes right here. It's like, so one of the trails is right here. The ditch, that water flows all the way through here, goes through that grass and goes down to the creek. But there's also many streams, and this is one of them right in the driveway that literally goes down in front of the building. I don't know if this is the only one that does it, but see, you can see it running pretty consistently. And it floods right in front of the shop, and it goes all the way down the yard. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. It goes all the way down to that little dirt mound, and then just disappears into the ground, I suppose. But man, one thing is for sure, next year I'm going to be doing a garden for the first time in my life. We definitely have some fertile soil, I'll tell you that much. And I'll be honest with you, I am very excited for the garden. I've never done one before, never wanted to do one before, but I think, again, after watching all these homestead videos and everything, it's something I want to do. You know, it's just like remodeling this house. I have never wanted to remodel a house before, but I don't know, man. Just like when God gets a hold of you, when the seasons change, your heart changes, God changes your desires. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is God will give you your heart's desire. Well, somebody pointed out one time that it's all about perspective of how you see that. Is it that God gives you your heart's desires as giving you what you want, or is it that God gives you the actual desire in your heart? Does God change your heart, change your desires, change what you want in life? And I think I lean more towards that one. It makes a lot of sense because God doesn't always give you what you want, but he will give you what you need. He will provide for you. And sometimes going through hard seasons, going through times of lack and heartbreak and things like that are things that you need to get you closer to him. I got this quote that I tell myself all the time. If what you want is what you need, you'll always get what you want. I'm going to say that one more time. If what you want is what you need, then you'll always get what you want. That's a good motto right there. I don't know if I made that up or if I heard it somewhere. But it doesn't really matter. So I was sitting here editing this video and I realized I didn't do an outro. So here's the outro. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. We got 2 or 3 more weeks until we start on the house. We got one more shop to build and we have to spend a couple days on a roof, and then we might be doing a deck. But then after that, we're going all in on the house. So let me know if you like these kind of vlog videos or whatever and just kind of doing random stuff. Honestly, I'm just trying to post for a couple of weeks until we get started. Right now, we're kind of testing the waters. See you next time.